It's a strange time in my world today. Sorry I haven't been about, people. And you know what? It only takes a couple of days off and I don't know how to do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to play this game. I don't know what to do. How do you stream? What do you say? A lot's been going on, so I'll give you the before the riffraff turn up. They're already here. I'll give you the lowdown. Look, there's not a lot of people here because they know I'm always late. How terrible is that? Have we missed a birthday, Linda? Did I not stream when it was your birthday? That's ridiculous. What a terrible shame. Happy birthday for Monday, Linda. I'm going to put that in the chat. Happy birthday. And maybe other people will follow suit. There you go. Boom. I even put an exclamation mark on it. Let you know, I'm in. Don't worry, Cole. I've got it all going. Hello, Pags. Riff Raff. There you go. Oh, apparently I'm not streaming on Twitch. I thought I was. Apparently I'm not. Shocking stuff. Look, I've got my ticker going. Yeah, I got that. Don't know what that's for. Got it though. Might change it. I might actually do like a scrub. That. What is it? It's like a brander. I might do a scrub brander where you can send in brands. Although I've got because I haven't checked my emails for a few days, I've got about a zillion emails. So great. I can't wait. Where are we? What's going on? What's happening? Hello, Lee. Nice to see you. Hello, Raymond. Good to see you, mate. Hello, Mad Lizzie. IR is on the firm. I'm not going with, I can't read that out. You can't make jokes about those people. You can't even talk about them. You know how it works. Now, I am a little bit in the migraine world. This is what happened. So I was streaming. I warned you this might happen, didn't I? And you might notice I'm looking over there a lot during this stream. I'm going to not look at the screen as much as I usually do. But I warned you it might happen. As soon as I see those zigzag lines appear, I just need to sort it out. Or if I don't nip it in the bud, it'll be hell. I mean, it's hell anyway. So I lost all of Sunday night that I was going to be writing. Lost all of Monday. And yesterday I was still in the zone. I'm still a bit in the zone. I'm a bit wary, yeah. I'm a bit wary that it might jump up on me. So I am trying to sort of, I will occasionally create eye contact with you. Hello, hi. But there will be a bit of focusing on things in the distance. It's screen time that's causing it, people. You know, when you write online, when you stream online, when you work online, when you YouTube online, when you do all your work online, it's a lot of online time. You know, I can rack up 16 hours in a day, and sometimes I can do that 3 or 4 days on the trot. And I think my brain just says, yeah, that's got to stop. It's too much. So I took a couple of days off. I took a day off streaming, or 2 days off streaming, really. But you know, I hope you understand that. Linda says, Monday the 7th, thanks, Chris. I've been milking it here and there, so I'm well taken care of. No, milk away. You've got to milk your birthday, haven't you? Hello, Jim. He likes the warm hat. Looks comfy. What, him up there? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm assuming. I always like to think people are talking about me, but it could be something completely different. Hello, Lee. My boy Tom is on the firm. Hello, Raymond. Hello, LC. Monday, all it was... morning all, it was my birthday Monday. Been ill since Sunday. You share birthdays with Linda. Apparently the odds of that are quite likely, it turns out. I remember we used to have it at school, and you think, what's the chances of two people in a class of 30 sharing a birthday? But you'd think it would be really quite wild odds, but apparently nay. I'm going to put a happy birthday, LC. There you go. I didn't want to have to trim round a face. I've got a couple, but they're useless. They're like, one's black and white out of focus. You know how many times I say hard edge? One bloke sent me one. Can't remember who it was now because it was mid-migraine, which was like already had loads of effects on it. There was like two faces, and I cannot use that. I can't. I told him. I said that that's utterly useless. So I will get back to scrub nows, and I might get back to I might start letting people suggest things for the branding as well. So it'll be like a little image. I'll give you once I've worked out the size of the image required, we can start going there maybe. Do I really need more emails though? I don't know. Will it add fun to the proceedings? Yes, it will. So that's maybe the payoff. Now, the good news is I have pretty much finished Lizard Jane. That's a dark old story. Oh, you know, I'll tell you what. I've got a load of clips. I've got a load of memes. Don't worry, the show will start at some point. But I've got a Substack, don't you know? I'm sure everyone here knows that. Nice one, Grim, for the 50 knock. Thank you very much. And happy birthday, Linda, too. Nice one, Grim. Machano Caprasha Tutu. Did you get an hello from me, Mr. Zeitgeist? Hello, Zeitgeist. Hello, Otto. Cold Python, no less. Just get it wrong. Hello, John. You all right, mate? Pags, no. Paracetamol and ibuprofen. 2 of each I need. No. Lord knows where they've gone, but bless my missus. She called me. The whole room was pitch black, sunglasses on. And as soon as she done that, she was like, "You having a headache?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "I don't know where my tablets are." And she came round. She came round here about like midnight. Got a tuk-tuk round here and brought me some. How lovely. But yeah, Lord knows where they've gone. And I need them because, like I say, if you don't nip it in the bud, it's a nightmare. Hello, Emma. Nice to see you. LC says 50th lockdown, 51st ill. I've heard it goes downhill from 50. I've got about 3 months left. John Francis, I keep saying it. You need to get outdoors more, Dangerfield. Now, it's funny you say that because yesterday I went for 2 walks. So what I done was, after a couple of hours on the screen, and it's lovely round here. Like if I go out that way, there's no traffic. There's a beautiful, big pedestrianised area. There's loads of people about, but not like hustle and bustle. They're sitting down eating and families and things. Really nice walking around here, you know, not on the roads over that way. Even that, you know, it's interesting and it's loads of palm trees and it's gorgeous. Yeah, so you're absolutely right, John. That is what I'll be doing. I'll be taking time off. Because what will usually happen is I'll finish working or streaming or writing, and then I think, I'll have a break. What's my break? Watching a movie or doing something online. So I think I might go and see my missus tonight, but I might save it till tomorrow because I'm still in the migraine zone. I still feel like I'm a couple of inches maybe, but I couldn't not stream. Feels something wrong with it. There's something I can't, to have more than 2 days it just doesn't feel right. So here we are. If it happens again, sorry. We should be all right. I think I'm out of it. Let me just plug these in. Bit of that. And so some crazy things happening. I'll tell you what. It really annoying. I had loads of stuff about Canada because how crazy that Canada. I mean, I think there's a lot to be learned from what's happening in Canada because Canada was lost, right? 2 years ago or a year ago, if you were to say who was the most liberal, cucked, woke kind of place on the verge of authoritarian tyranny, Australia or Canada? Everyone would have said Canada. You know, weak people, weak population, cuck to fuck. You know, people have pretty much written Canada off. It's such a joke. Now, I'm saying all this knowing what I now know, but a year ago you'd have said, "No, man, those Australians, they'll fucking, you wouldn't want to fuck with those." And this isn't a dig at Australia, quite, you know, on the contrary, it's a raising of Canada. But it's really important to notice, because what you've got the most cucked, you've got the most woke, you've got the most liberal in the English sense, you know, place. But people have their breaking point. People, normies want their lives back. And Canada's just exploding with it. And the incredible thing is, the media is playing last century's propaganda game. The media's trying to tell everyone what's happening. You know, you've got Trudeau on the news going, these violent neo-Nazis. And you're like, whoa. No, listen, dickhead. You don't have the monopoly on what's said. You don't hold the narrative anymore. Why don't you know this? Why don't you know that there's thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of alternative news sources with video evidence, with interview evidence, completely contrary and contradicting what you're saying? You don't hold that. This is last century's warfare. You know, it's just ridiculous that there's almost like a generational thing. But yeah, I'm older than Trudeau. It's like, come on, wait, this is crazy. They're just trying to say, you know, they're looking at locking up people for helping them now. But the people helping them are part of the protest. Trying to separate that. People are supplying them fuel. GoFundMe. Did you hear about GoFundMe? GoFundMe raised $10 million for the truckers, right? And GoFundMe went, yeah. We're going to give them $1 million, but the rest of it we're going to give to charities, different charities. What? What? No. That's not how it works. GoFundMe are such leftist arseholes, it's unbelievable. Give it to them. I mean, hang on a minute. You do realise there's the workers of the world are uniting. You get that, right? Now, where does that come? Where does that phrase come from? How comes the communist left aren't supporting a workers' revolution? When you've got everyday people, you know, donating food, fuel, money to the truckers. This is the workers standing up and saying to the state, no more. And the commies like, no, you Nazis, white supremacists. It's like, hey, what? It's incredible. What a pitiful ideological catastrophe the left is. It's just jokes. They've become the memes we made of them. What a bizarre thing. But the thing we learn from it, of course, is when you see someone like Canada and you think, well, it's fucked, isn't it? You know, it's cuck to fuck. It's cuck to fuck. Cuck to fuck. It's cuck to fuck. Yeah. No, quite the opposite. As soon as everyone's got a breaking point, and we just need to get there. People of European descent are nice people. They'll actually put up with quite a lot of shit because they're trusting and they're nice. And but there's a point where they're like, no, you're now damaging my life beyond belief. I only get one life. Now you're damaging my children's lives. This is ridiculous. It's gone on too long. We've seen through your lies, and we're now going to do something about it. Very encouraging, very, very encouraging. Because if Canada can pull it out of the bag, everyone can. And it's a shame because on Sunday I had a Canada heavy load of memes and clips to sort of investigate and, you know, talk about that a bit more. But I'm sure you've all seen them since then because it's absolutely kicking it. Hello, Telford. Rags. All right, Rags. Don't know what's going on with Telegram, mate. Oh, so someone else in the chat might be able to help me. Hello, Aramas. Good to see you, mate. Someone might be able to help us. Rags reckons he couldn't get through to me on calling on Telegram, right? But yesterday I spent a lot of time, like about 4 hours on Telegram talking to someone else on the phone. When you call someone else on Telegram and they're already on the phone, does it just go bling as if to say you can't call them? Or does it say they're on the phone or something? Because I think that's what happened. I think every time Rags tried to call me, I was on the phone. So, but we've got a bit of footage from Rags's YouTube channel today, so you can all subscribe to that as well. I did say hello to you, didn't I? I was like, guys, nice one. Hello, John B. Nice to see you. The show will start shortly. Hello, Mr. Custard. Nice to see you. Oh, Substack. Yeah, that story is... that last story, Lizard Jane, is really dark. So look, I won't go on about it a lot because I start talking about writing and I'll just talk for 3 hours and about writing because I like it, and everyone will be like, oh. But Stephen King, I'm not a fan of his books. I've tried reading them. I'm a fan of some of the movies of his books, like The Shining is obviously a very interesting movie. But I like the way Stephen King talks about the process of writing. Stephen King doesn't plot. And he says he doesn't plot because it damages creativity. And he said one of the scariest things he ever heard, and for a horror writer, this is quite funny, one of the scariest things he ever heard was another writer, I can't remember his name, but he said when he writes a novel, he writes the last line first. And Stephen King just said that terrified him, and I understand why. Like with mine, they're based on real situations, but you have to present them in a way where the reader's going to get something out of it. You know, with writing, it's more what you leave out than what you put in. It's kind of interesting like that because you need to leave space for the reader to create meaning. I don't want to give you a story where you just passively consume it. I don't want to do that because the nature of my work, that would be dull. What I need to do is leave it riddled with gaps. You know, that's what writing is anyway, because I can't tell you everything. Imagine that now we start sounding like a Jorge Borges story. You know, I woke up, then I'll tell you the wallpaper in the bedroom, then I'll tell you the duvet, then I'll tell you what dream I had, but the dream will set off other things. You know, you can't write. There is a Jorge Borges story about a bloke who tried to write down everything he remembered, but the act of remembering added to those memories, and then the act of remembering added to those memories, and he obviously lost his mind. Interesting bloke, Borges. Borges. He worked in libraries, and most of his short stories, which is what he wrote, are about archiving, are about sets, are about files, you know. But I don't plot. I remember the story, right? That happened, but I'm not going to give it to you just like that because I want to see how those characters negotiate that event. What bits do I tell you? What bits do I leave out? What bits do I leave out that I know you'll piece together in your mind? And I want you to do that because then you'll understand it on a deeper psychological level. Because you'll have contributed to it. You'll have actively written the meaning while you've consumed it. But it was interesting listening to Stephen King. I'd done a lot of listening on Monday because I didn't want to look at the screens because of the migraine. And he was talking about horror. And the story I've written, this Lizard Jane piece, and I've just got to read it through. That's all it needs doing now. I've just got to read it through, check for typos. It's like a proofread, really. But that's like the worst thing you can do when you've just had a migraine, proofread something, you know, like really go through it. So, but it'll probably be published tonight. If I don't go over my missus later, it'll be published tonight. If I do go to my missus, it'll be published tomorrow. Anyway, it's actually a horror. I've decided it's a horror story. There's some really dark stuff in there. And what makes it more horrific is this is the everyday darkness of that world. This is the everyday darkness of addiction and what it does to families, what it does to relationships between children and their parents, what it does to relationships between other humans. It's like a horror story. And weirdly, a lot of you won't, if you've read my Substack, and I know a lot of you have read a few of them, I rarely write stuff set at night. And I've only just realized that. In my novel, the stuff at night is indoors. So night and day doesn't really matter. You know, when you're in a room with electric lighting, it doesn't really matter what time it is. But this one, I was suddenly struck yesterday that I was writing about darkness and not only being in the dark, but the actual horror of what was going on. Because I can desensitize myself quite easily to the things I got up to in the past. And that's not me. You know, when you read it, a lot of you will think, wow, you were a nasty bastard. And I was. Sometimes I was. It's just, it goes with the territory. Now, that's not me saying I wasn't part of it. The territory also goes with me. But as I was writing it, I was thinking, fucking hell, I'm so far away from a person to do those things today. And that's not me trying to get off the hook, but it's quite horrific in the original sense of horror, of horror, you know, which is interesting. So hopefully you'll like it. Hopefully you'll get something out of it. And I'm sure some of you will tell me because you're very handy on the comments. Hello, Paul Squire. Nice to see you. John B. Oh, no, she's brilliant. She's currently having a little lady waxed. Hello, Livy. Livy, just me. It's never just you. It's Livy. 40 is the old age of youth. 50 is the youth of old age. I'll take that, not a problem. Jim used to get screaming headaches. I'd get screaming headaches. Might have been monosodium glutamate headache, though. Well, I haven't had a Galan in a while, and I don't think I've eaten anything with MSG in it. It's screen time. I mean, there's two things that will give me a migraine: stress and screen time. And recently, I've had a little bit of stress. There's been a bit of stress at work, but screen time for sure. That's why I keep looking over there, because if I look over there, I can focus on a tree. There's a tree right in the distance. At a computer, your eyes are like that. You know, it's there. But when you look at a tree in the distance there, it's actually also beautiful. It's a lovely day here. It's fucking hot, though. It's 34 today. It's 34 degrees in Phnom Penh. And, you know, this is spring. Stream Addict. Hello, Frenchie. Nice to see you, mate. Have we only got 77 people? Do you reckon that's taken a couple of days off? We're usually at 100 by now. Good Lord. Hello, Nick. Nice to see you. Mad Liz has been watching on YouTube, the mainstream media, chatting shizzle. Yeah, it's crazy. Their version of those Canadian events, it just doesn't make any sense. LC's got some sort of infection under his scalp. Feels like I have horns growing. You need to look out. You need to get that looked at, mate. Because I've seen people who've had that and then they've had fucking maggots growing out of them. Not joking. Not joking. Why is that? Is there any... Have you... Yeah, go and get that looked at, man. That doesn't feel good. Okay, that's interesting, John. Okay. So they kind of... They missed a trick, really. They thought Canada's already gone. We'll hit Australia and we'll hit the likes of the UK. Okay, that's interesting. Warm Feet Winter says, I met a duck that was cut to fuck. Now it's a swan. Nice one. Nice one. It really does, Jim. It really does. I'd be a little bit careful about that. Aramas says, who thought the Canadian... Well, exactly. Exactly. That's what I was just saying. Linda's standing her ground, as I thought and knew she would. Australia's having a huge rally in Canberra this Saturday. It's not a truck convoy as such, just everyone that can headed there and heaps there. Oh, headed there and heaps there a week since. I don't know what the last line means. I don't know if that's my fault. Hello, what's her name? They're the spitting image, aren't they? Kablamo indeed. Kablamo indeed. Rag says his half-brother was on GB News yesterday and called him out. Who's Trudeau's? Amazing. Amazing. Right, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. But they did backtrack. There was so much backlash. They said, we're going to give the money back to the people who donated it. No, fuck you. Give it to the truckers. But, of course, hopefully someone else has. Let's see. Should we just see? Because I don't know, unless anyone can confirm. Okay. Elon Musk has got involved in it. This looks interesting. Yeah, science show. What is it? I don't know what it's called. Search and see. Yeah, let's have a look at this. I think I got a donation. One second, people. And did you see the Nazi flag? Like, it's so weird. Literally a false flag situation. Thank you, Raymond. Your grain is my grain. Well, as you see, the post-migraine grift is on. Thank you, Raymond. Hello, European housewife. Nice to see you. I'll actually open up entropy now. Let me get it out of the way, and we'll have a look at this because it looks very interesting. But I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll have a look. Can you believe those bastards? What? I mean, GoFundMe. They've done this so many times, haven't they? How dare you? Do they say they're political, or is it just a fundraising thing? It's so gross. Why are they supporting the government? It just blows my mind. You know, this is how it should work, but they don't do this because this would be labor intensive. What they should do is it's their business, right? But they should say in advance, I'm setting up a fundraiser for the truckers, and they should say, we ain't having that. And then you can go elsewhere. Not let the money come in, because 10 million sitting in GoFundMe for a few days, they'll be earning on that. You know, they'll earn interest on that and then giving it back. How long's that going to take? Another week? You know, ridiculous. They should say, no, you can't. We're not going to support that. But that would mean actually doing some work rather than just having an automated website that pretty much functions itself. And what do they take? 5% or something? Makes me sick. You know, this is the new left. This is the new left, not supporting working people. Absolute. It's a scandal. It's scandalous. I mean, if you're the new left and you're not supporting working, well, they support some working people, just not the actual global minority. They just can't say it like that. But it's so more complicated than that. I've got a couple of videos that I'll show you. Right, I've got nice one, Vincent. Much prasha cookie. Why is that not showing? Try some aspirin. Well, I usually go. I've found that a couple of paracetamol and a couple of ibuprofen, but I don't like taking them. I have meditated away a couple of migraines, which is good. But that one the other day, it came on so quickly. And, I also want to read my body. Read my body. Rest, boy, rest. Do nothing for a while. Okay. But I haven't had any aspirin for a long while. I think aspirin's made out of crude oil, Hello, Spybot. Nice to see you. What's the name? Nice to see you. Thank you, Vincent, for that donation. Right, talking about donations, let me get this out of the way. Bosh, bing, bang. Hi! Here's how you can oil the cogs of the truth machine that is the glorious House of Scrubs that drives its Maximus Splendiferous engine through the valley of reality, leaving no prisoners. Huh? Yeah. Good. As I said that, Tavern, haven't seen you in a long while. Tavern. Right, here's how you can support the channel. You can become a member, top link in the description, private streams for those people. They do go public afterwards, but what we do, it's not like this. We get people on the screen. So they're funny. There's 3 strata. If you join the top one, you can see all 3. If you join the middle one, the bottom 2, join the bottom one. So one's £1 a month, one's £4 a month, one's about £8 a month. You can do a super chat. That's a $sign at the bottom of the. I think he said the yoga chat. Ha 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 ha! I've forgotten how to stream. Don't worry, people. Why is my hand so yellow? Look at that. What is that? Where's? Oh, it's sun. It's just sun. You are the sunlight of my eyes. Okay, that hurt my neck. Right. So after the super chat, if you want to use entropy means you can donate without giving YouTube any money at all. It's a workaround. I'm going to pin that. Pin up. I changed it, didn't I? Shush, shush, shush. Why is that talking? Right, I'm going to pin that pinner right to the top of the YouTube chat right now. 'Tis done. So if someone can confirm that the entropy link is up there, that would be cool. Right, where are we? Let's get back to this. You'd imagine if she did, she'd make it public. Can you imagine having him all up inside you? Get out. Get out. Oh, no. Good Lord. That's nice to see you, Mr. M's Tash. See what I did there. Yeah, I heard Salty Cracker said that BLM were going to get a bit of their money. What? I can't confirm that. So, hello, dual citizen. Nice to see you, mate. I'm sure. Hello, Tito, on the firm. Hello, Raschchild. Nice to see you. True dolt. You dolt. That's excellent. True dolt paid off the MSN like a blammo. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Go fund Moloch. Oh, God. Don't hold back, John B. Don't hold back. Yeah, no, certainly, my boy Tom. My boy Tom says champagne socialism, nothing new, but at least the champagne socialists pretended to care about the working people. This lot, they're apparently they're all these indigenous Canadians and immigrants that I've seen at these trucker-doos. Apparently, they're all white supremacists. So I don't know. Hello, Mark Carmichael. Yeah, man, I don't like it. one day off is acceptable, but two, there's something missing from my life, and I love streaming. It's an absolute privilege to stream. So yeah, nice one, Mark. Appreciate the donation as well. Hello, Mike. Nice to see you, son. Right, I think we've got most of the hellos. Hello, Ozmeister. You had a bit of trouble the other day. Was it passport or visa? Your missus coming over? How's that turned out? I can't remember whether it was positive or negative. Ozmeister says, I thought you wiped your ass with your hand then. I think that says more about you than me. Pags has forgotten how to. Aspirin is natural if your stomach is okay. No aspirin from the willow tree. It's Van organic compound. Because she invented medicinal compound. What's that? Oh, Lily the pink. I used to have that. Why did we have that at my house, in my room, on my little kids' record player? Lily the Pink. We used to play it. We used to put cars on our record player, though, and just put it on 78 and watch them spin off. Spinner. John Palmer Pinner. Nice to see you, John. Hope you're all right, mate. Tavern. It is there. Mike Collins and Tavern. Let me thank you. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the entropy thing. Let me respect these couple of donations. Thank you very much, people. That's taken a bit of stress off, I can tell you. The old stock market's gone boom. But listen, someone else signed up to free trade because I got a free share. So did they. I talked to my financial friend about the stock market, and he said, remember what we talked about, temperament. So don't look at your free trade every day and go, ah! Remember that I said this is 10, maybe 15 years. This is normal. Stocks go up and down, but they go up and down, on and up. If you actually need to be calmed down, get one of your index funds, whatever it is, NASDAQ, S&P, go to Google and type in, or DuckDuckGo, sorry. What did he say? And type in whatever the ticker is, or just the thing, put in S&P 500 utilities, historical charts, and you'll be able to see the last 100 years and take any 10-year section from that historical chart. You can even press a button on most of them that will adjust for inflation, and take any 10-year period, and you'll see that it's just free money. Don't be concerned that your stocks have gone down 8%, because how long have you had them? 6 months? It's going to be all right. What was that? I got another weird noise there. Weird noise. Tavern. Now I'm going to have to do it again. Hang on. Right, where are we? That 1, 2, 3. That's missed that one. Oh, Lily the pink. Who just what is it? If anyone can tell me anything about Lily the Pink, I'd like to know. At the moment, it's just a weird childhood memory. Tavern, I know you said about the fart and tay, but I have done it, so that's why I'm trying to get your messages up now, because I can hear it go vart. I don't know if you lot can. It was funny actually on Sunday. There was a lot of varts. But I vart just had another one. Where am I going? I'm getting very confused here. I honestly, 2 days off and I forget. I'm out of step. If you're new here, I'm usually very good at this. Right. Taverns, first one. Thank you, mate. I'm just going to have a sneaky drag of my vape. Well, I'm not. I'm going to put some juice in it. Tavern dropped a 5-bit and he said, morning, Chris. A plaisir. Oh, I see where you've gone. A plaisir. It's a weird one to spell, isn't it? A plaisir to catch a stream live. While I haven't kept up with politics recently, I see Biden's administration is giving away free crack pipes in the name of racial equity. Biden's opinions of blacks hasn't changed much since '94. Yeah, we're going to have a look at that. We're going to have a look at Salty Cracker talking about it. And we've got a few memes about it. It's just, I mean, there is a conversation to be had about that because, in England, you can go into pretty much any pharmacy, including Boots, and get a bag of needles and disposable spoons and amps of water. Pretty much everything you need to shoot up drugs apart from the drugs. Seriously. Now, I've had many arguments with people over the years about this. Some people say it's collusion. Other people say it saves money in the long run because blah, blah, blah. So there is a conversation to be had about that. However, crack pipes are a different matter altogether. You only need a fucking bottle of water and a biro. Most of the street crack smokers just use a glass tube that you can buy in. I mean, in Soho, you can buy them in newsagents. They've got a little plastic flower in them to make them look like there's something else. But outside the shops, outside the newsagents, I'm thinking of the one on Wardour Street, the little plastic flower, there's about 100 of them on the floor on the street outside the shop. It's just a crack pipe. It's a glass tube. You put a bit of wire wool in it, or not wire wool, the things you use for cleaning. They're like the metal sort of scrubbers for washing up. You put a bit of that in it and you've got a crack pipe. Mike Collins drops a 10-bit. Have this for your headache. Cheers, Mike. Thanks a lot, mate. Appreciated. It has just taken the edge off. The headache's actually gone. I'm just a bit scared. Once I've had a migraine, I'm a bit scared that I'm in the area, but we should be all right. Thank you, Mike. Much appreciated. And Tavern drops another 3 in. He said, multiple attorney generals threatened to go after Go Fraud Me, which might explain the sudden change of heart in refunding the money, cheeky bastards. Yeah, but it's a shame that they didn't. Oh, look at that. That's a great bit of timing on the old sun there, isn't it? I didn't need to break my neck. I didn't need to wipe my ass after all. Look at that. I'm enjoying that. I'm going to go there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Colour. That's it. Nice one, Tavern. Nice one, Mike. Right. Thank you, JC. Right, where are we? Hello, Riggs. Been a while, son. Hope you're all right. Oh, yeah. You've just said exactly the same. Hello, Mr. Gorilla. The left are not socialists. They are globalist liberals. Nailed it. Exactly that. Exactly that. But they call themselves socialists. That's where the con is, isn't it? Nice one, JC. You're actually going to be dual citizen because there's another JC. Right, there was another couple. Hello, Hammerhead. Nice to see you. Pags is splitting up his sentences into many different comments. I'm struggling to see them. I've started dating this black lady. We haven't slept together yet. When you haven't seen someone in 2 years, it's not really a relationship. I don't know what to do. Yeah. I think a lot of long-distance relationships are going to struggle to survive the coof. The thing you're going to have to be, though, Osmeister, is honest. That's all I would say. You're going to have to tell the girl. Although you haven't slept with this other girl yet, so I think you're going to have to sit down, ask yourself what you want. Don't cheat on her. That's just cuntish. Would you like her to cheat on you? Tell her. Say, I'm sorry, but this isn't working. I'm leaving you. Maybe things would have been different if it weren't for the coof. But I'm leaving you. You don't have to tell her you've met someone. You don't need to go there. But do tell her if that's what you're going to do. I think it's important to treat people with the respect they deserve. She's been your missus for a few years, so. Vincent says, Entropy wants to control my YouTube account. If I sign in using YouTube, what's that about? Who owns Entropy? No, they're really cool. As far as I can work out, I talk to Rachel, is it, or Raquel quite a lot. They set themselves up, but you have to sign in somehow. So they ask you how you want to sign in. You can sign in via Google, email, or YouTube, I think. I can't remember because I've already signed in, or I would have been able to have a look. But they done it so that people wouldn't have to use super chats if they didn't want YouTube to get anything. I think they're quite trustworthy. From what I know of them anyway. But maybe you could look into it and find out otherwise. Nice one, Deadbeat Chess. Nice to see you as well. Look into blue blockers for migraines. Love from a lurking position. Let me type in blue blockers so that I've got it there for later. Well, that's kind of what these are. These are anti-glare. But the thing is, Deadbeat Chess, I've had so many people give me things to do for my migraines, but what I do is keep a diary, and so it's usually stress or screen time. I know that. I wouldn't want a pair of glasses that let me stay on the screen more. I actually need to rest from it. I need to do other things. I'm on the screen too much, and it's that's why I'm really reluctant to take painkillers for other things, because if something hurts, your body's telling you it hurts for a reason, so that you don't use it for a while. You rest it. Whereas if you take it, if you get backache and you take painkillers, you'll use your back, but your body's saying don't. Your body's saying maybe your muscle's inflamed, maybe there's something going on, and if you kill that pain, then you're turning off your brain that's trying to help you out. But I appreciate it. If they carry on at the rate they have been recently, maybe I'll end up wearing some blue blockers. I appreciate you thinking about me. Nice one for the donation too. Let's have a look here. Hang on a minute. Okay. Where are we? Raymond Piper, gold is £43.23 a gram today. That hasn't really changed all year, has it? I'm not sure that's. I think this year's been kind of flat with gold. I had gold once. I didn't lose or gain with it. Let's see what it is on the year. On the year, it's down. Oh shit! On the year, it's down 1.86%. On 5 years, it's up 47%. On 20 years, gold is up 507%. I mean, there you go. That's a long-term investment, isn't it? Fucking hell, 500% in 20 years. I wonder. It's a shame you can't adjust that for inflation. 500% in 20 years. Good Lord. Good Lord. Imagine you put like 10 bags of sand in gold 20 years ago. Wow. But that's too long a time for me. I don't know if I've got 20 years left. Jim says, basic internet hygiene. Have a separate email and sign in for everything. Okay, that's interesting. I've got loads of emails, but most of them I've got going to one place, so I can go to that one, but it's all a bit confusing. Vincent says, I give you free money too. Thank you, Vincent. You do. Appreciated. Ozmeister says, Paul McCartney, Brother Sand, Lily the Pink. Paul McCartney wrote that, did he? Nice to see you back, Tavern. Jim says never sign in using Facebook or Google or Apple. That's it, Raymond. The saviour of the human race, for she invented medicinal compound. I'm sure there's something about the rugby team in it as well. That's a little bit naughty. Hello, Lumi. Lily the Pink by the Scaffold. That's who done it, is it? Or is that a cover? I'm not sure that sun in my eyes is actually doing my migraine prospects any good. Oi, sun, move. Being equatorial, it will. 5 minutes, it'll be gone. Lumi, listen. Get on that Substack go. I've had about 60 new subs now in a week. Something happened. And that shout-out thread done me a favour as well. Hello, Chris PT. Nice to see you. Can we do that next week? I've been migrained off. I've let you down. I know I have. Oh, by the way, people, Semi-Agog ain't coming on this week like he said he was. He is. I don't want to go into what the reasons why because it's his personal business, but it is a legit reason. I mean, everyone who agrees to do anything on YouTube regrets it. I mean, that's just a fact. When it comes, you go, yeah, I'll do it. And when it comes around to it, you're like, but he has got a legit excuse. So he will be coming on, just not this week. Oh, it's a real shame that you can't hear it. Here we go. Hello, Ben. Lily the Pink is a 1968 song released by the UK comedy group The Scaffold, Lumi, which reached #1 in the UK singles chart. So I imagine that's why we had it up in our bedroom. Very, very strange piece of music. The Scaffold, of all things. Good Lord. I'm just getting out of the sun a bit. I bet you enjoy me saying that if you're in England. I'm just getting out of the 33 degrees sun. Although it says here it's going to rain. It rained last night. Rained? What? What's going on there? IR says skiffle. Is it skiffle? Is it skiffle? I know what skiffle is. I know what Lily the Pink is. Oh, Pag says it was brother of McCartney with Roger McGough. There you go. John Palmer's made it all very naughty. Ozmeister's agreeing with the McCartney. Don't worry, people. The show's going to start shortly. T.O.'s mate, guitarist Andy Roberts, co-wrote that and still gets royalties. Well, it's one of those tunes that turns up on documentaries and things, doesn't it? If there's anything to do with Pink, they play that. And there's a lot of that around these days. Lumi says it's based on a baldy folk song. I can't say those two words together properly. The Ballad of Lydia Pinkham, which was traditionally sung in changing rooms by rugby teams after matches. I said there was something about a rugby team in it, didn't I? Pot the pink and screw back to the yellow, green, brown, blue, pink and black. Snooker, loopy, nuts are we. We're all snooker, loopy. Done you proud there, didn't I, Pags? Yes, Grim. I mean, when you put it like that, giving crack pipes to the poor black people to combat white supremacy, it's a weird one. Hello, King Corona. Nice to see you. Going for a blood test. We'll try and lurk on mobile. Yeah. Get your headphones in. I'm not sure, that you don't want to be sitting around an hospital waiting room with my chat. Look at that. Lumi's given us the full SP on the situation. Tim Rice, who was T-boy at Abbey Roads, he certainly moved up. He certainly got his rusty trombone on the casting couch at Abbey Road. She invented medicinal compound, Tom. Good Lord. You've non-binary. Lily the Pink. Lily. It's a she. It's a pan scourer. There you go. Can you vape crack? Well, no. You can vape cocaine, though. cocaine hydrochloride will break down in water. Crack won't, because you've turned it back to base cocaine. So it will just be a lump in your vape. I mean, maybe if you ground it down, but if you're going to do it, just use cocaine. Don't use cocaine. It's horrible. That's what he's doing. There you go, Riggs. Look what you've been missing. Politics, crack, vape and migraines. This channel has it all. We do not mess around here. Tavern says, my liberal friends are demanding free healthcare and eradicating all student debt. So what does Biden give them? Free crack pipes. It's excellent, isn't it? Hello, Kajetil. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're all right. Dan, love it. New in these parts? Name sounds familiar. Nice to see you anyway. Hello, VC. Good to see you. Oh, golden like a Buddha. Now it's gone. Look, I told you. It's weird, isn't it? Equatorial. But now I've had the sun in my eyes, I'm worrying that the old migraine's coming on. That would be weird. Hello, SUBSTACK. Only 35 likes, 118 watching. Do us a favour, Scrubs. Help us out. Hello, Smirking Grape. Nice to see you, mate. Yes, we're going to look at that. I'm not even going to... Let me try it. Zygiella ex notata. Hello, Zygiella ex notata. I was posterized. I was solar posterized. Solarized, perhaps. Perhaps. Nice to see you. Right, where are we? Hello, Paul. I'm looking at opening a stocks and shares ISA, but there's 300 funds to choose from. What would you recommend? S&P. Yeah, I'll get a pen and paper. I'll give you 5 right now. That if you're going to leave that, email me though. Use my link, and we both get a free share. Makes sense, doesn't it? Chris@chrisdangerfield.com. Get a pen and paper, and I'm not joking. I'll give you. You don't bet. You want to. Oh, you obviously missed all the streams about this. You want to be doing ETFs, index funds. You don't want to be going on like one business. And you've got to be leaving it there for 10, 15 years. All right? Have you got your pen and paper ready? Yeah. I can give you the name of them and the ticker. Oh, would appear it doesn't like my earpods. Right, here is what I would suggest you get on with. Charles Schwab. Yep, not Klaus. Steady. The ticker is $SCHW. I need to look over there for a bit. My eyes are going funny. Yeah, that's gone up 20% in about the last 4 months. It's lovely. I would then go for the S&P, which is the ticker for the one that you want is # SPY. Then I would also go for the S&P 500 financials. The ticker is # UIFS. I'd go for the FTSE 100, which is # ISF. NASDAQ is worth a pop. Down at the moment, don't worry about that. $ NDAQ. And then probably a couple of the Vanguard S&Ps. So # VUAG. And then go on YouTube and type in indexes and ETFs 2022. Don't tell me I'm having a migraine. Please, no, I can't be doing this. It seems all right at the moment. Paul, if you email me, I can help you out with that. And if you use my free trade link, and you should be buying your ISA stocks on free trade because it's easy, use my link. We both get a free share between free quid and 200 quid. The most I've had was 30 quid one, but free 30 quid, nothing to... I'm going to come back a bit from the screen. Yes, Yes, Nick. Looking at the news now, it seems that everything can cause heart attacks except for you know what. It's amazing, isn't it? VC, I'm unsure what that means. What go in what pick? Hello, Emrys. Good to see you. Right, the show's going to start in a minute. I think we'll have a look at some memes because these are brilliant. The first one, some of these are a bit old because some of these I had racked up for Sunday before I was migrained off. Hello, Schrodinger's cat flap. Good to see you, mate. Hello there, R4 Lights. Something's wrong with that. That's not right. Take 160 mgs of OxyContin for your migraine. What could go wrong? Right, where are we? Just making sure there's no one here who I haven't said a good, strong hello to. Nice one, Raymond. Have it, son. I bought 200 grams in bullion bars just recently. We'll hang on to them for the next 10 years. 200 grams of gold. That's literally... This isn't me taking the piss out of your gold, Raymond. I'm just thinking 200 grams, that's got to be about, like, I don't know, like, trying to think of something the same size as that. They must be quite small because it weighs a bit. It's very dense, isn't it, gold? But, yeah, hold on to them for 10 years. Yeah, without a doubt. It's lovely, though, having it in it. I had a kilo. Sold it, lost and made nothing. It went down and I was like, this was years ago when I was rich. And I used to take it out with me. I used to go into the Vietnamese shop and went to the boss. I went, look at that. A kilo of gold, I think I paid 33,000 for it. This was back in when I was about 34. 33 grand, and it's about that big, size of an iPhone. No, it's smaller than that, actually. Size of that size of an iPhone 7. When you get it through the post, you're expecting one of those bars from the movies, you know? And you're like, oh, dear. My mate, listen to this, Raymond. You'll appreciate this. Martin, well, hopefully many of you will. Thanks for the lady as well, Raymond. Very generous, very kind. My mate, he's virtually aristocracy, right? And he really is. His family own half of Cambridgeshire. He got some estate girl. He got on the skag. That's how I ended up bumping into him. That was inevitable, wasn't it? How do you know aristocracy? I brought him down to my level. Anyway, he got on the skag and he knocked up some estate girl, like proper jogging bottoms, high heels. And his family wrote him out of the will, and his will's worth about like 100 mil. It was quite the. Now she decided to get rid of it, though he wasn't. He was totally in love with her, but 20 years on, he's quite glad she made that decision, and he's back. He went and studied architecture. Now he's quite a well-known architect, and props to him though. He said they'd design me an house to build out here for nothing, which is quite nice. Nice to have an architect on the firm, isn't it? And I said to him, yeah, I'm thinking of one of those modernist glass blocks. And he said, yeah, it'll be like an oven. He said, what you need to do is look at the traditional houses, because they'll know how to deal with the heat and the sunshine. And yeah, they're not glass blocks. They're not just me sitting in there going, coming out like a roasted chicken. Anyway, his old man once gave him a little pouch of diamonds, only about 6 diamonds, but apparently they had a value of about 2 million quid, right? And his dad said to him, I need you to take these down to Hatton Garden, right? Where the diamond industry, the diamond in the area of London, and take them to this shop, give them to so-and-so, Manny Cohen, my boy, and get the receipt and all that sort of stuff. He knew how much they were worth, right? But he just got clean, this geezer. He just got off the skag. Now, when you just first get clean, you're mental, because the medicine you've been using to run away from yourself you haven't got any more. So you start doing really weird things. Like when I got clean at 35, I was whoring 2 or 3 times a day. I spunked all the money I had on whores. And, you know, people were saying to me, do you think there's a chance you've swapped one addiction for another? And I was like, no. What, you don't like sex? And they were like, no, I like sex, but how many whores have you seen this week? And I'd be like, well, this week, 17, give or take. And they'd be like, yeah, that's the difference there. And I would not have it. Of course, all the money that I'd earned from my business in the early days when it was easy money because there was no competition and I got in early, which would have set me up for life, by the way. Yeah, I found out the hard way. It was quite good fun though. It wasn't all bad. Anyway, this geezer, I nearly said his name then. Sometimes I forget this is online, but this geezer, he'd done much the same thing. He was banging brass, basically. And my thing was the Chinese massage girls. I just got into that. I've never liked those walk-ups in Soho. They're grotty, smelly, dirty places. And every time you go up, you give a fucking pound to the madam who's sitting there with a cigarette and like a 60-year-old tits on the jump. And you're like, oh. And she goes, what room you want? And you're like, well, what girls are in what room? Don't work like that. What room you want? And you go, oh, it's like the the Monty thingy bob. What is it? What's that thing? The Monty. It's the paradox. I can't remember it. Thank you, Raymond, for that donation, by the way, mate. I can't think of its damn name. The Monty. Lumi will know. Hello, La. Nice to see you. Oh, there you go. Well, if you said it out loud, no dramas. Yeah. Semiagog's moving. And that's hard work, you know. If you're moving, what a nightmare that is anyway. And then me going, come on my stream and listen to me gibber for an hour. So there you go. No problem. What am I bloody thinking of? No, that'll be, if that's McCartney's brother, I'll be banned all over the place. The Monty, someone's going to be able to tell me. It's that thing about the 3 doors, isn't it? I am going all over the shop here. Forget Monty. I'll get back there in a minute. What? Did I just see? Oh, no, I didn't. Anyone want to get rid of them? Hang on a minute. I know who that is. Hang on a minute. Hello on the same page. Boom. Big rain. No comms. Hang on. I don't know what it means. Big rain, no comms. Hang on. Nice one on the donation, but I'm lost on the big rain, no comms. Hang on. But you still did say the best message ever in this chat. I enjoyed the stream today. If you talked about some different things and changed the format, it would be good. And that is a winner. Nice one on the same page. Thank you for that, mate. Very generous, very kind. Machano Caprasha Tutu. Yes, it's like the Monty Hall puzzle, yeah, where you've got 3 doors. And if you select one and then Monty Hall opens another one and says, do you want to stick or change? You should always change. And people are, if you're interested in maths problems, look at the Monty Hall problem because it's very counterintuitive and very hard to explain. And even like world top mathematicians were having it out for years about I think it's called the Monty Hall paradox, maybe. But thank you, Lumi. Yes, Monty Hall. The Monty Hall problem. That's it, not paradox problem. And thank you again on the same page. That's very kind of you. Not Monty Python, no. Right. So anyway, this geezer has got these 2 mil worth of, maybe 3 mil worth of diamonds, and he's banging brass, right? Maybe it's got to do with that. That's a good call. He got into this thing. He wanted to go to the dirtiest, roughest, most unpleasant brasses he could find, like real, like, you know, you can imagine in the world of prostitution, you've got the high class, you know, $3,000 a night, $3,000 an hour, right down to the 25 quid for as long as you want. And he really got into that. It was like okay, hang on. No power, no road, monsoon. You're stuck in a monsoon, are you? I don't know what's going on. You're a confusing bloke. I like you. Glue Sniffer says, I like sniffing polish. It's not good for you, mate. Not good for you. Utopia region isn't helping. No, it's just getting more confusing. Anyway, he was right into this absolute darkness, but he also got going into these horrible brothels, and then before he got down to action, he'd put his tobacco, Rizzler, and £3 million worth of diamonds on the side table. And the first time he'd done it, he just didn't realise it. He was like, oh, fuck, I've bought the diamonds. I was meant to be taking them to Hatton Garden. But while he was banging this sort of 60-year-old woman who was like smoking and like reading while he was fucking her, he was like, oh, there's £3 million worth of diamonds on the side there. Oh, God. Yeah. And then he started building a sexual relationship with the diamonds. And so every time he went to see one of these end of the road kind of brass, he needed to take the diamonds. And then it started getting to the point where he'd put them on the bed while he was on the job, sort of thing. And his dad kept going, have you dropped off those diamonds yet? And he couldn't allow himself to get rid of them because they were now his fetish. He wanted 3 mil of diamonds, like basically in the basement of a crack house. Really odd story. And in the end, his dad had to come down to London, take them off him and take them to Hatton Garden himself because he wouldn't let them go because he couldn't get it up without having 3 mil of diamonds on the bed. It's ridiculous. Central Desert, Australia. Right, let me work this out. You're in a central desert in Australia. You're in a monsoon and you're stuck. You can't communicate with anyone but us. I don't know what's going on. Hello, Barclay. I remember when dime bars were spelt correctly. How are you, mate? We're going to do that right now, Mr. Python. We're going to do that right now. This first one is just awesome. On the same page, we are definitely not on the same page. But keep going, and it might make sense. Diamond hands, there you go. Called it IR. Daffyd has managed to stay away from diamond issues. Never been my thing. I did try it out after he told me, though. My microphone doesn't need to be that near. Sorry if I'm burning your ears out. I did try it out with a kilo of silver once. So I had a brass come around my house and I left it on the table. And she went, what's that? And I went, oh, just a kilo of silver. I mean, it was like 400 quid's worth. She went, But Diamond glands. There you go. Diamond glands. Yeah. I reckon there's a lot of us here who haven't managed to, you know, go down the diamond fetish. Skin diamond, perhaps. Right, let's start with this absolute beauty. If you laugh, you lose, okay? If you smile, you lose. Come on, no one has got a straight face. On the same page says, monsoon's gone, road clear, but by silver. There you go. We finally got some sense. Nice one, mate. I sold all my silver. I started to think that market's been kind of, it's being cheated, isn't it? It's being controlled. Yeah, I have to say, Tristan, I haven't watched any porn for 2 years, but there's something about that one. Yeah, I didn't think anyone here would recognize the name. I just dropped it in to see if I could identify someone like you, Tristan. That's incredible, though, that meme, isn't it? I mean, look at it. Look at it. Yeah, check out the name of the who sent it. Right, moving on. I've got a few racked up here. Special thanks to Rags for supplying most of these. I've got some videos as well we'll have a look at. I quite like that. They are. Here's the detail. Good work. Absolutely good work. I love the appropriation of the original vomitous pictures. Good stuff. Here we go. Moving on. It's still the meme of the century. I know it's weak AF, but that's what does it. That's what does it. That's incredible. Here we go. Moving on. It's great work. There's plenty of these about. Look at that. I mean, good Lord. That woman's insane, isn't she? Why is she always on the verge of, hysteria? So, as I called this. Let's just flip back here. They're the where's that gone? They're the stand-up comedians of our age. Stand-up comedy's finished. This is it. The memes are comedy now. Now, I called this, and I'm saying this because I knew it would happen. And most of you would have heard this. I said about, 6 months ago, I said it's going to get to the point where people are going to be hiding families in their basement because they don't want to have something stuck in their bodies. I said that would happen. And quelle surprise. Look at this. Let me just zoom in on the bottom. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Right, I'll read it out for you. At the bottom, it says, this is from the New York Daily. The search is on in Canada for an anti-vaccination dad who is accused of hiding his 7-year-old daughter to keep her from being vaccinated. I mean, heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. And here you go. Last of today's memes. But how often, you know, that the thing that really does me a search for one bloke, but that you watch the money they put into that. They will find him. They will not rest until they found that one man, so that they can strap his daughter down, throw him in prison, and fucking take it. We're the government. We own your kids. It's terrifying stuff. Absolutely terrifying. Right. What have I got for you? Well, let's have a little look at this that I dragged up at the beginning. This isn't prepared material, people. Elon Musk. So this is on the back of the GoFundMe stealing the money, the 10 million that was raised for the Freedom Convoy. Elon Musk backed Freedom Truckers in Canada to get Bitcoin Lifeline after GoFundMe freezes millions in donations. Online, Online fundraising platform GoFundMe announced last week it was removing from its website the donation campaign for the trucker protest group Freedom Convoy, currently winding its way through Canada. The convoy protests now in their second week. Blah, we know all that. We all know all that. Here we go. Here's the important bit. Check this out. Following a review of relevant facts and multiple discussions with local law enforcement and city officials, GoFundMe found that the fundraiser for the trucker convoy was in violation of its terms of service, which prohibits the promotion of violence and harassment. Have you seen the footage? Like, there's so much footage. It doesn't look like violence and harassment to me. I mean, what? Apparently, there's honk hoddle. honk hoddle. And there's loads of other people donating money. If you don't know, in the Bitcoin world, there was a very famous crypto man, and he English isn't his first language, and he was doing a stream or something, and they said, do we sell or do we hold? And he typed in HODL instead of HOLD. So instead of hold, he wrote hodl, and that's gone down in crypto history. You know, if I talk to people in crypto, and I say, what are you doing with your Bitcoin at the moment? They go, oh, hodling. And it's not even a joke anymore. That's the word they use for keeping hold of it. You hodl. So yeah, honk hodl is the where all this Bitcoin's going to, apparently. Very interesting. Hang on, check this out. This looks really interesting. I think we missed the best bit. So we talked about so look, yeah, I'll check this out. Honk hodl and go. Hang on. Right, so this is the interesting bit. I just didn't want to read too much because of the old migraine, but this is really interesting. But the convoy protesters have found another donation lifeline. A group of Canadian libertarian Bitcoin evangelists who go by the moniker Honk Hodl on Twitter. No, Honk Hodl. On Twitter, the group described themselves as an initiative to orange pill Canadian truckers. The term is a play on the red pill and blue pill concept, blah, 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 blah. Orange pill refers to people who buy Bitcoin, which evangelists say represents financial freedom and monetary sovereignty. Honk Hodl is a group of four: Greg Booth, Jeff Foss, and two men who go by online pseudonyms Nobody Caribou and BTC Sessions. According to the Canadian publication The Star, who created a crypto crowdfunding campaign on the platform Tallycoin as an alternative funding portal to the Freedom Convoy. Now check this out. The crypto fundraiser, which launched a few days before GoFundMe, froze the trucker. Blah, blah. Why can't I fucking read? The crypto fundraiser, which launched a few days before GoFundMe froze the trucker donation page on its platform, gained more prominence after the GoFundMe shutdown, and major donations from well-known members of the crypto community. Jesse Powell, co-founder and CEO of Kraken, one of the world's biggest crypto exchanges, donated approximately $43,592 to Honk Honk Hodl. Powell voiced his support for the Freedom Convoy on Talcoin. Fix the money, fix the world. Mandates are immoral. End the madness. Honk Honk Freedom Convoy 2022. And check this out. Laser Hodl. I will donate 100. What's that? Fuck me. What is that? 100 million sats of Bitcoin to the Freedom Convoy if 9 others Bitcoiners join me. Jesse Powell said, I'm in. The world is waking up to Bitcoin, the people's money, support free assembly, and tell the states when their abuse of COVID emergency measures. Wow. As of Tuesday morning, 4,396 contributors have donated 12.50 in Bitcoin. So what's that? Equivalent of approximately, it's just over 500,000. That's interesting. That's very interesting. It's not the 8 million that GoFundMe had, but it's definitely a lifeline. And I'm sure as this news moves out, other people will. How interesting. How interesting. Oh, look at the blue on that. Look how much it changed. Maybe because I was talking about Bitcoin. Let me change the color scheme. I can't look at that. Right, we'll have a look at Salty Cracker talking about these crack pipes in a minute because it's good Lord, I've got me white balance all the way up. That'll have to do. Oh no, I'll put some light on. That's what I need to do. I need to get some power. I need to get some energons. There you go. Now it's all gone a bit yellow. I think if I put that back on, then I do that. Oh, good God, it's all blue. Right, there you go. Right. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit migraine. I think I need some food in me. Right, let's check out Salty Cracker talking about these crack pipes because it's amazing. Have a look at this.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
All right, lads, who had free crack pipes for 2022? Who had, hey, let's bribe the Democrat base with free crack pipes right before the midterms for 2022? Who had that? Because you got Clown World Bingo, come on down and get your meth pipe, I guess, at this point. No, this is real. This is real. This isn't the Babylon Bee. This isn't the Onion. This is what this bullshit administration, this illegitimate regime is doing right now. The dude who shits himself in the Vatican thought it would be a good idea to give out free crack pipes to Democrats. Do you have
you noticed the picture of Trump behind him with the Uzi? Top right corner.
No understandable planet you're on, Joe Biden? Of course, the most stupid question out there. Does Joe Biden's handler, Dr. Jill Biden, his nurse, does she not understand optics? Your son's a crackhead. I mean, holy shit.
Look at the meme on it. Excellent work.
You making money off of this somehow. Hunter Biden is out there quality testing all of the free crack pipes that they're.
But look at the headline. Look, Biden administration to fund programs that hand out crack pipes to prevent infection and promote racial equity. I mean, what? How? Listen, I'm sorry, but the only way you can say that promotes racial equity is to say blacks are crackheads. That's it. No, I'm not. I don't know. I knew loads of white crackheads. I didn't know any black crackheads. I just didn't. That maybe have been my area. But regardless of the facts, this is just, again, this is last century's propaganda. It doesn't work anymore, you idiots. They think they can just say it, and that's the truth. It's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. A little bit more salty because he does well here.
We're about to give all these toothless cocksuckers on the left-hand side. Take a look at this, boys. We got the daily.
Now, hang on a minute. There's a couple of people like that. What's the name? I get that, right? I get that. Now, I get, you know, that if you're giving out crack pipes, there's this idea that, well, people they won't share them, so they won't pass on COVID. You know, there won't be little broken bits of glass, so they might not cut their lips and get infected. That is all very well when you're in the world of normal people. In the world of crackheads, mate, the things I've seen those people do, right, check this out, true story. I was round a crack house once, right, smoking crack. There was about 7 of us there, right? There was this big Rastafarian bloke who it was his manner, it was his job. He didn't smoke the stuff, right? At one point, he stopped selling. Just powder power. They call it powder power. It's basically when dealers, you know, they know how desperate you are, so they just go, nah, go and buy me a pair of socks. He told one geezer to go and buy him a pair of socks. Made him go to Sports Direct in Soho, because the crack house was just up Tottenham Court Road, and buy him a pair of socks. He went, I already done told you time, I ain't giving you no more crack until you get me them socks. This fucking homeless geezer had to shuffle out to Sports Direct and buy him some socks, right? Anyway, when he got back, this bloke was just laughing. There was definitely something racial going on because everyone else in there was white. And then at one point he said, right, no more. And everyone's like, oh, come on, man. And when you need crack, you need crack. You know, there's not, it's heavy. Then this geezer just took a shit in the middle of the room. This geezer stood up, undone his jeans, pulled down his trousers and just done a shit on the floor. And then he got up and he went, ha, ha, ha. He went, look at you. You just sit there and watch me pound this shit on the floor. Now you can smell it. You can breathe it in. Breathe it in with your ting. And I was just like, fucking hell. Fucking hell. What the fuck is going on here? Right? Anyway, we had this bottle that we were using for the crack pipe. And it's just like a little Evian bottle with a biro in it, chewing gum to seal it up, foil on top. You have to put cigarette ash in. So you get a fork. You put 4 cigarettes on the fork. You bend the tines, so they're all in different directions. Light all the cigarettes and leave them burning. And there's usually 2 of them. So the room is full of cigarette smoke. It's fucking rank. So I'm building a picture up here so that you understand why your average crackhead isn't going to be worried about sharing a pipe, yeah? So once everyone's money had run out, which took about 2 hours, you know, we'd all done about 300 quid. Everyone's like, no time to go. And this fella, Storm, he got the bottle that we'd been using. Now, it was only half full of water, so the top half was full of, like, crack, smoke, debris, detritus, where the smoke had gone in the top and stuck to the sides, yeah? He punched an hole in the bottom of it so all the water come out, cut the water bit off, turned it upside down, put a little bit of water in it, about 2 mil, shook it up, and it looked like, imagine you put a little bit of water in an ashtray and shook it up, right? Because that's essentially what it was. And then he put a filter in it, pulled it into a needle, bashed it in his groin, and just sweat was gushing out of him. He pretty much had a crack seizure. He was just going, like, fell on the floor. Now he's rolling in shit. because don't forget there's a big pile of Rasta poo in the middle of the room. He's now rolling in real poo, right? After injecting whatever it was, and there is crack inside crack pipes, don't get me wrong, you know, you often clean them out, but usually a bit of acetone onto a plate, done, scrape it up, smoke it. But no, he jacked it. So my argument is no one's going to go to the pharmacy to get a clean crack pipe. No, it's just not that world. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm not going to... Do you want some free crack? No. You've used that pipe. I'm going to go to the pharmacy and get a clean one and not have the Right, when you smoke a rock, right, the first hit is the best one. After that, it's most of it is soaked into the ash. But you usually give the second hit away. You usually give it to your mate or whatever, because your ears are ringing. Boo! And they really do. Your ears ring on crack. Boo! And you're just like, you just go, do you want that? Because I think I'll die if I have it. So I can't see anyone going, no, I'm going to go and get one of my Biden bongs. It's just not that no one gets, you know, there's people rolling in shit. This is so far. I don't know who advised this. What? It's just ignorant. Anyway, so I just wanted to let you know the kind of activities that go on in the crack world. There's nowhere worse than that place. That stuff done more damage to me, my health, my mental health, my life, my debts, my guns in my mouth in 1 year than heroin did in 20. No competition. It will fuck you up. If you know anyone who started smoking crack, do whatever you can to stop them as quickly as possible, because it will take you down before you're fucked before you even know it. And then they'll be going, listen, they're abseiling. I can hear them. They're coming in. The FBI are abseiling down the windows. You're going, there's no one here, mate. And they're going, you're one of them. And then they'll get a knife out on you. And then they'll start cutting the fucking electronics out of their face. It's in here somewhere. And you're like, it's a dark world. No one, this is bullshit. This is madness. Racial equity.
Email.
So I just want you to bear that in mind while you listen to the rest of this. I'll tell you what, it was funny at the time as well. I looked, because there was another geezer there who was kind of all right. And I sort of looked across the room at him as if to go, you know, does this world, this world of crack, it doesn't, you know, that it can always get worse. It can always get worse. And he was just looking at me like going, there's actually a Rastafarian having a poo because we need the crack so much. I might have to make some different choices. Well, bear all that in mind while you're listening to this nonsense.
Biden administration to fund programs that hand out crack pipes to prevent infection and promote, you fucking guessed it, holy shit, racial equity? How is this not racist? If you are upset with Joe Rogan dropping N-bombs in context 12 years ago, you have got to be irate at this notion that in order to improve racial equity, you need to give black people free crack pipes. Holy fuck, that's racist. That's fucking magnitudes of order racism right there. Being done with my tax money, by the way, which is a slap to the face.
Oh, you're all right, mate. You and yours.
No. Where are all of these black leaders? You got to say something about this. Holy shit, this is embarrassing. I wanted to see the...
There you go. You don't need to see much more of that. It's not my content. Go and check out Salty Cracker's video on the free crack pipes if you want. It's good stuff. Right, I've got a bit of stuff I previously prepared on OBS for you. You're going to love this. You're going to love it. I'll tell you what, a couple of minutes ago, I thought I had a migraine coming on, and I got rather scared. You might have seen it in my voice. The grift's dried up horrifically, by the way. Not good. Right, this, I don't know where this come from. It looks like something maybe like a town hall somewhere, maybe a university, and it's been edited, right? I'm not pretending this is her speech. It's been edited for all the best stroke worst bits. This is a woman. The debate in question is some kind of debating chamber. One of you lot might know. Rags might know. It's some kind of debating chamber, and the debate is about eating meat. And I imagine the original question is it moral or immoral or ethical to eat meat? Now, this one woman stood up, and someone's edited out the best bits. This clip ticks every box. You're not going to believe where she goes. She's talking about meat, right? When I say every box, I mean every woke box. They're all in there. Neo-Nazis, white supremacists, what? Meat, toxic masculinity. Yeah. Check this out. This is brilliant. I'll need an audio check because it's off the OBS. So, but honestly, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Check this out. Let me just make sure we got some volume. Yeah, we're all good there. Check it.
I believe we should move beyond all meat. The assumption that the best protein comes from corpses is a racist belief. How do you know the animal would have picked you to feed off their corpse? 21st century animal eating requires our complicity in a new colonialism.
hang on. I mean, she got racist in the first sentence. When you're eating corpses, did you notice the choice of language? Corpses, that's racist. I mean, no, what is okay? What? And now neo-colonialism. Eating meat is neo-colonialism. Now, trust me though, this is nothing compared with where she goes. I'll take it back a bit for context. But check her neo-colonialism out. Hello, Glenn. Nice to see you. Hello, Steve.
Colonialism.
Bollocks. Hang on. We need to have that again. But check out this one. That fella behind her, even him with his woke glasses and haircut, is laughing at her.
Picked you to feed off their corpse. 21st century animal eating requires our complicity in a new colonialism.
No, it doesn't.
These events especially affect girls and young women. Your hamburger comes with
it's something about me affects young girls and women. Steady.
a dose of misogyny. Popular culture is flooded.
Misogyny. Good Lord. So I'll let it play through. I know you can hear it, but believe me, it gets weirder and weirder and weirder.
Hamburger comes with a dose of misogyny. Popular culture is flooded with references to sexy cows, sexy pigs, sexy chickens, sexy fishes, who all just want to have fun. Meat eating is also one of the ways gender-based structures of oppression are perpetuated. Masculinity, a construct of the gender binary facing constant destabilization, feels always under threat, and eating animals is its protection racket. White supremacists weaponized it, eating meat, eggs, and dairy, and the baiting of liberal men as so-called soy boys are all part of the neo-Nazi messaging. To say you care about animals.
No, sorry, we have to have that again. The baiting of soy boys is all part of the neo-Nazi messaging. Really? And that bit, John. Hello, Mr. Natras. Good to see you. Hello, Mark. Good to see you. Yeah, LC. I've never even heard sexy pig, sexy chicken. That's in her own head. What? Just ridiculous. Yeah, absolute madness. But that bit needs to be heard again. It's so good.
And dairy,
and trust me, they're laughing at her. She calls it at the end.
Baiting of liberal men as so-called soy boys are all part of the neo-Nazi messaging. To say you care about animals is considered a sign of weakness in a world still committed to the gender binary. Meat eaters like anti-abortionists have forgotten that one quality of non-existence is not having awareness about existence. When all else fails, meat eaters assert that animals are not our equals. I heard all your laughter. I know some of these must be new ideas, or you think they're fringe or whatever. Our whiteness is part of the problem of meat eating.
Wow. Oh, God, look at the color. I need to sort that out. Our whiteness, did you see the three diverse people who were running that show? Our whiteness, by which she obviously means white people, is part of the problem of meat eating. Speak for yourself, Twiglet. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. Right, I've got another one on the old OBS. Let's check this one out. Oh, no, I haven't. What the fuck happened to that video? Damn. Right, okay, where are we going to go now? Not that one. That's going later. Yeah, we'll have a look at this. Like I say, this was meant to be on Sunday, but I got migrained-off, so check this one out. I'll tell you what, though, she has reminded me I need to get some food in a bit, so the show will start shortly. Hour and 45. Good Lord, I've got to get through these a bit sharpish. Have a look at this. It's only 47 seconds. It says now it's getting interesting. It's a Carl Vernon vid. Check it out. I'm so impressed with Canada. Look at that Trump flag. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, now brilliant stuff. It would have had a little bit more impact on Sunday night, but there you go. Oh no, that's what I was watching. Right, this again, just when you think it can't get woker, this next video, this is the Rastafarian shit on the crack house floor of wokeism. You know, this is where it's just got. It's just gone further than you thought it ever could. Check it out. You'll enjoy this. It's only a couple of minutes from Fox. So if you don't know, where have you been? But Zuckerberg is setting up the metaverse. They're still flogging away at the virtual reality where we all sort of, it's never going to work. I'll nail my channel to it. That's never going to happen. It will never work. That never occurs. The technology's been there for decades now. No one wants it. People want the opposite. That's why the Couth thing. That's why so many people have woken up. So many people have got busy because we're social creatures. People want less screen time. It will never work. But while it's there, this kind of madness happens. Apologies, people. The old audio thing again. Should be all right now. Bong, bing, bang. Prepare to be shocked.
My avatar and I entered into Meta Horizon Venues, which is a lobby area of a venue space. And as you said, within 60 seconds of being in the space, I had 3 male avatars with male voices surrounding me, verbally harassing me, sexually harassing me, and touching my avatar inappropriately, with a 4th avatar taking photos and continuing to verbally and sexually harass me. I yelled, "Stop, stop, please stop it," and they didn't.
What kind of verbal harassment were you experiencing?
Suggestions of doing acts that I would prefer not to say on television, and suggesting that I was here to be assaulted, and that the whole purpose of me entering this venue was that I wanted to be sexually harassed and sexually assaulted.
What did these male avatars look like?
Well, they were digital avatars. They were, everyone has a similar look and age as an avatar. It's hard to describe. And they were just an assorted set of the selected meta avatars that you can choose from when you enter Meta's horizon.
So did they pin you down and then you just threw your goggles off your face?
No, there's no pinning down option, so I couldn't actually feel their hands on my avatar.
Right.
But the photos suggest that they were doing movements to indicate.
And how did you feel about this whole thing?
Well, it's very upsetting. I froze in the moment. I wasn't able to enable the safety features that are in place within the virtual environment. All I could do was yell, "Stop it! What are you doing?" And then to end it, finally, because it was very clear that they were not going to stop, that to take my headset off.
Has Facebook apologized? Have you reached out to them?
No, they have not reached out to me.
Okay. Well, just so the audience knows, you're involved with Kabuni, which is a competing metaverse situation. I don't even know if that's a conflict or not, but I just wanted to make sure the audience knows that. But it's a no man's land out there. I don't even know if there's laws in the metaverse.
I mean, what? The metaverse is full of 4chaners? What a surprise. What do these people think? What do these people think that loads of teenagers are going to go in the metaverse, walk up to people and go, "Well, hello there. What books do you like to read?" Really? No, it's going to be absolute chaos. It's going to be absolute chaos until it's censored out of existence. Because no one, people don't want this. Like I say, the technology's been there for decades now. People don't want it. The only reason anyone's going to go in here is to fuck it up. Of course they are. And she's actually complaining about it. "Oh, I was sexually harassed." No, you weren't. You were sitting at home. You know, this is like me going on the internet, right? This is like me going on the news and going, "Well, I was in a spaceship the other day, just flying around the galaxy. I just about managed to avoid the absorption of a black hole, and out of nowhere, 3 ships approached me and started firing laser cannons at me. Now, my shields did manage to take most of the attack, but I did get a red warning, and at any moment my ship could have fallen apart and it would have been game over." You know, and I just need to tell people this is the kind of stuff that goes on in computer games. Absolutely ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Right. This is from Newsmax. So I know Gorka's not everyone's cup of tea, but old Rudy Giuliani, he goes there, people. Check this out. Hang on a minute. Nice one, Raymond. Have it, tar. Oh, tar. Have it. Nice one, Raymond. A Frasha Cuckoo. I think there was another one in there. Nice one, Vincent. Have it, tar. There you go. That was an interesting one, wasn't it? That's what the metaverse does to you. Normalizes difference, which is like the opposite. I mean, yes, Numpty. It will end up being so censored because this is where we live. You know, they don't. The left, the woke, have detached from reality. That's the irony. So they try to create a new one because reality is full of humans, and humans have got problems. They make mistakes. They're imperfect, and they like to fuck about. They like to fuck about, and you know this is Zuckerberg trying to make his utopia. You know, they realize that their communist utopia won't happen in the real world, where nature gives us hierarchies. Oh, guess what? We're not all created equal. No, sorry, mate. Some people are brilliant at this and shit at this. Other people are brilliant at this and shit at this. Some people are brilliant at nothing. Some people are brilliant at everything. There will always be hierarchies, and that's what the commies cannot stand, because it does. That is the spanner in the works of communism. Well, that and the that having no markets to regulate value, of course. But that's why they're trying to create this thing. And the only way it will survive is if pretty much everything that anyone wants to do in there is banned. You'll be able to go to book clubs. You'll be able to go to restaurants, but you won't actually be eating. You'll be able to talk about food. You know what it will be? The internet. It'll be the internet, but rather than words and videos, computer graphics. Well done, Zuckerberg. Well done for reinventing the internet. I mean, let's face it, you nicked Facebook anyway. So why not nick the internet? Absolute madness. Absolute madness. Right. Where are we? Here, check out what's his name? I forgot. I can never pronounce it. Giuliani. Ex-Mayor Giuliani. It's worth checking this out. This is a different subject, but he names the funder, and the funder needs naming, because a few years ago you weren't allowed to, but now mainstream news, even Gorka, names the funding. I've forwarded it a bit already because we didn't need all the intro. It's quite long, but we'll only watch a couple of minutes. It's worth checking out. Here we go.
Mayor Rudy Giuliani, welcome.
Good
always
audio.
a pleasure, Seb, always.
Mayor Giuliani, I'm sure, just as it is for you, the sight of those thousands of officers on the street was just stupendous, but gut-wrenching. What happens next? What happens now? Could this...
He's talking about all the old Bill that came out in uniform in New York because of the murder of those coppers the other day.
Be the watershed? Could Dominique's word, could Detective Rivera's widow's words change anything? What is the status? Could you share with us, no names, no ranks, but could you tell us what's going on inside the NYPD, and can it be saved?
The NYPD is not isolated in any respect at all. This is part of a nationwide movement that's been going on since at least 2015, when George Soros decided to purchase Liaison.
There you go. There you go. Do not miss this. Do not miss it. This isn't just the NYPD. This is the whole of America. The whole of America. Check it.
Part of a nationwide movement that's been going on since at least 2015, when George Soros decided to purchase Liaison. He's now
right. Just in case you didn't hear what he said, because he speaks with a kind of an accent. He said this has been going on since at least 2015, since George Soros decided to buy off the district attorneys. And he has. You can look all over America, especially almost exclusively Democrat states, and the district attorneys were voted in by people who were given millions of dollars to run their campaigns. And they were campaigning against people who had funds of like $500, because that's how it used to be. It was a local sort of state election for the DA, and Soros was like, no. And that's why you've got people now refusing to lock people up. This is why now you can go shoplifting, and if it doesn't get to $950, well, no, that's fine. They're also now saying that resisting arrest isn't going to get prosecuted. This is why people are getting bailed for, no money, just police bail, not court bail, police bail for things like resisting arrest, for shoplifting, for violent crimes. And that's because Soros funded them all into the district attorney jobs. It's fucking shocking.
About 25 to 30. Bragg is his latest acquisition. And if you look at them, it almost is cookie cutter. I mean, the first thing they do is they don't prosecute any of what they call the quality of life crime, like fair beating or minor fight or thefts less than $900, like in Los Angeles. So, somebody does 10 thefts a day at less than $900. They don't go to jail, but they make $9,000. The presumption is always to let them out on some kind of bail they can reach, no matter what the case is, unless it's the most serious.
Hello, Steve.
You don't get to consider risk of flight. In the case of Mr. Bragg, I'm not sure it's in all of their manifestos, but in the case of Mr. Bragg, he was not going to prosecute armed robbery on the series.
Did you hear that? This new DA, Mr. Bragg, Soros funded, doesn't want to prosecute armed robbery. Now, this is all already happened. So many Democrat states in America, and not only Democrat states, because they've got the money behind them. You know, when you can run a campaign with 3 million with billboards everywhere and nice glossy videos, people think, well, this seems like the person to go. You know, and they tell you all, you know, they play the statistics in their favor, and no one's going to prison. No one's getting punished for crimes. We've all seen the videos of these gangs running into shops and just emptying them. We've all seen the videos of people walking out of fucking Walmart, but Walmart can take it. It's the small ma and pa shops that have worked all their lives, 16-hour days building up businesses that are just getting robbed. That's it. You lose your stock for that month, that's it. It's over. You won't get insurance for that. It's fucking madness. We don't need to see any more of that. But if you want to check it out, just go to Thingy Gorka's channel and you'll be able to see it. It's on Newsmax TV. Absolute madness. Right, I've hit 2 hours. Damn. I've got 2 more things I want to show you. This is from Rags's channel. So I want you to go and subscribe to him. I'll give you the link in a minute. It's just a bit of light-hearted bants. Not even bants. It's a bit of light-hearted, what do you call them? I can't even remember what we call them. It doesn't really matter. Just watch it. It's funny. Practical joking. Loads of new people just turned up. Nice to see you all. She thinks she's safe. He thinks there's no problem. Leggings! There's a dinosaur coming. It goes down! There we go. David Icke fan. Hey, why is he running? Right, I'll give you the link to that video, but that's Rags's channel. He could do some support. So go and give Rags, he's the OG scrub. Link in the description. I've just popped it in. It's that one. Go and give Rags a subscription. Nice one, Rags. Right, before I go, the stream is going to start shortly, but we have to watch a bit of Odin's Men. Now, I know I've been milking Odin's Men recently. For those of you who don't know, Odin's Men, it's Jameson's Travels. He's an ex-military bloke who usually does videos about the military, and I'm really into that stuff. So I just got that message, Mark. Yeah, I saw it. He deleted my comment, Mark. Sorry, I'm talking to someone else who might be listening because I know his missus is. Hello, the pair of you. Now, where was I? Yeah, so Odin's Men is Jameson Travel's other channel where he looks at TikTok wokeism, right? Now, before we get on to that, if you're new around here, I have a Substack. I'm a writer. Link in the description. It's totally free. I'll never monetize it. There's 14 stories in the archive. Substack is called, yeah? They're true stories from my rotten life. Most of it spent in drug addiction. I've got a new story that I've finished. I've just got to proofread it. It's 3,000 words long. Oh, actually, it might be about 5,000 words now. But if you subscribe, That'll be emailed to any new ones I write will be emailed straight to you. And I write about one new one a month. The new one, Lizard Jane, is very dark and very disturbing. And I worry after I put it out how you'll look at me. But, you know, such is life. Substack in the description. I will get rid of notifications on my phone so I can see if anyone new signs up, which is always good for my very encouraging. Right, we've got to have a look at some Odin's Men because this one is just, well, you'll see. Have a look at this. Check it out. Here we go. Listen to what these toddlers are saying.
Small fringe minority, people who hold
just to clear that up if you weren't sure, that was 4-year-olds, I'm guessing, 4-year-olds walking along with banners saying Black Lives Matter. I mean, that's great. It's a Marxist and largely violent organization that didn't distribute their money to black communities. That's just lovely. If you give me your children, I'll take your nation.
small fringe minority of people who holding unacceptable views that they're expressing.
Okay, so I was just at the store and I was wearing my brand new Let's Go Darwin shirt. And
let me be a little crass here. We have a woman with fingers like Vienna sausages, and she's talking about Let's Go Darwin. I'm thinking the obesity may get her first.
and looked over my shoulders and he said, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at your boobs. I just really like your shirt. And honestly, based on how he looked, I didn't really think he liked the shirt or could read the whole shirt or could maybe even read. So
now you remember, the left used to be loving. All they wanted was acceptance. The new left has been emboldened to strike back at you, call you a moron, and then wonder, like the fine folks of Virginia, why they wanted a new governor when they were teaching CRT to their kids.
turned around and I said, well, it says, Let's Go Darwin. And he said, I don't get it. So I then had to explain to him that it's basically the opposite of the Let's Go Brandon campaign. And he was like, oh, okay. And wanted to know why I liked Biden. Anyway, I left the store and went out to my car and he actually followed.
Can you imagine actually liking Biden? I mean, just jokes. If anyone said to me, no, I am a Biden supporter and I still support him, you just say, okay, tell me why. What can he say that he's done where you're going to go, okay, yeah. And even if they could give you one thing, you could just throw about 20 things back that has just damaged America beyond belief in the space of a year. You've got to be so shot in the head to still support this lunatic. It's crazy. I can see the Let's Go Darwin t-shirt really taking off. That's a threat to the Let's Go Brandon meme. Yeah, exactly that. That I mean, it makes no sense, does it, European Housewife? I mean, I'll tell you what it is. I know what it is, actually. It's because it's not critical thinking. It's a belief system. You know, these people don't build up their ideas and their values based on things they've looked at and considered and thought about. It's a question of belief, like a religion. It's faith, and that's a very different thing. That's why they can talk like this woman, because there's no critical thinking. There's no actual evaluation gone on. There's no actually, well, let's look at some criteria for judging the behavior of this communist administration. No, it's a belief that as soon as it's a belief, the shutters come down and you just stay there. It's mind blowing.
Followed me to my car and knocked on.
If you notice how these people get all scientific, I'm sure most of them had no clue what Darwin was or who or what. Now we got people with what looks like at least one comorbidity talking about Darwinism. Isn't that rich?
Window and he said, hey, I didn't mean to be rude and we can get along even if we disagree politically. He said, but I do want to tell you, you really do have nice boobs.
You sound insane. Do you realize that?
I'm not buying it.
No, me
Because
neither.
she's
Didn't
60
happen.
pounds overweight and props him up doesn't make him nice. I don't buy that statement.
That, regardless of her appearance, I mean, I know plenty of people who like big girls. This whole theatre, the whole nonsense, she just wants to let you know in her head someone paid her a compliment. That's what this whole nonsense has been about. She's made no points. Didn't happen. Did not happen.
At all. So you insult the guy, then he comes up and starts talking about your mammary glands. Don't believe it, buddy.
Absolutely lacking what to say in response. I just smiled and said my wife would agree.
Hi, my name is Anna. I am dating everybody in the polycule. I am married to Jake. We've been together for 8 years and married for 3.
The polycule, is that a real thing? TikTok makes up new words almost daily. If you ever look at it, you got to get a woke idiot dictionary to figure out what the hell they're talking about. But let's learn something together.
Dating Spencer. We've been together for 3.5, and I am dating Ellie, and we've been together just over a month now. I am bisexual, and my pronouns are she, her. I'm also in charge of this account and in general.
Hi, I'm Jake. I'm married to Anna, and she's currently my only partner.
Come on, this can't be real. This is Jake. I think Jake's last girlfriend was Ima Pegya.
I think we also need to at least mention the T-shirt.
That was her name. Let's keep going.
I am demi-romantic, which means I only get feelings for people, like romantic feelings for people, if I've been around them for a while and get to know them really well.
Oh, well, like the rest of us, you fucking dunce. The thing is, I said it the other day, identity used to be a byproduct of behavior. You'd live your life and you'd do things, and off the back of that, people would understand what we could call identity. But now identity has become the behavior. Good luck with that, you sorrow, you hollow, empty vessels of shit. If you can be empty and full of shit, which I'm sure they can, weirdly.
And I'm technically pansexual, but I like the bicolors more, so I call myself bisexual.
See the strong commitment. He's really concerned about his pansexuality. He likes the bicolors better, so he's going to pick the flag. Where would you find a flag like this?
I mean, and exactly, that's that point made. I mean, you know, if this is your identity, which should be a byproduct of your behavior, you know, this is as important to him as he prefers the other flag. So no, you have to respect my identity. You have to respect my identity. But he doesn't respect his own identity. He's happy to change it based on the colours of a fucking flag. Don't worry too much, people. This is a very much fringe minority. It just happens they're all on TikTok.
About getting in the flag business, and since they change so often and these people are so brainwashed into whatever cult they believe in, you could sell flags and make a fortune. It's like the rest of the big grifters on YouTube, the Young Turks, Ethan Klein. They all pick up a grift to make the money. I'm going to get on the flag making bandwagon and make a fortune.
My pronouns are he, they.
Hi, I'm Ellie. I'm dating Anna. I'm not currently dating anybody else. I'm someplace.
Have you noticed that most of these people are overweight and just generally unattractive? If I were doing a scientific study, would it be unattractiveness relates to weird adoption of new gender identities? Think there's any correlation there? Let me know.
Real queer. And my pronouns are she, her.
I'm Spencer. I'm only dating Anna.
Psychopath.
Bi.
What?
My pronouns are they, them. And
look at the murderer on that. If you could bet on people most likely to slit your throat after sex, it's Spencer.
My gender is...
He's got to think for a second. What's my gender? What's the most acceptable answer for this video? I don't want to have Ima Pegya come and visit me tonight. You're the girlfriend of the last bunny-eared freakazoid.
Wait.
You don't
I thought
know.
your pronouns were he, they.
Yeah, look, he doesn't know. He doesn't know his gender. His gender is Antifa. Fucking shocking.
He's like, bro, just trying to get a little. I had to play along in this stupid game. Now I can't remember the pronouns.
Yeah, right.
I hate to tell you this, Actively not wanting to be fat is indeed fat phobic. Also, your statement just indicated that people who work out.
Let me follow this logic. So if I don't want to be morbidly obese, that's fat phobic. So let's say I grew up as a fat kid and I say, I got to eat right because I got the genes or something's not right. I stuff too much shit in my face. I don't want to be fat. I work out, watch what I eat. I don't eat buckets of ice cream before bed. That makes me fat phobic. That gives us the groundwork for the logic we're dealing with here.
Are also people who do not want to be fat. Did you know that fat people work out without wanting to become thin?
Did you know that you can work out for reasons other than wanting
good
to
Lord,
change
the
your physical
patronising tone. What? I mean, look, even if you've got an opinion, I'm up for listening to it. But just the condescension is just disgusting, like they're whispering to children, because they are, on the whole, on the left, adult babies. Absolutely shocking, mind-blowing. All right, people, the show is about to start. Sign up to my Substack, link in the description, read some stories, leave some comments. Oh, we've had 2 people sign up. Very nice. New story. If you're already signed up, there's a new story. It's going to come out tonight or tomorrow. So if you're signed up to my Substack, it will be emailed to you. We got through 2 hours without me getting a migraine. I'm over the moon. I'm going to go and get some prawn fried rice. Look after yourselves. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bless you all. If I don't go over my missus's house tonight, I'll probably do a stream later. If not, it'll be tomorrow morning. Feel free to throw a couple of quid at me. A bit of filthy Luke is always acceptable. Here's a bit of Bally G. Look after yourselves, people. Special thanks to Rags and Steve Crayer, Mosaic Labrador and Dual Citizen for looking after the place. Nice one, everyone who donated. Nice one, all the chat, keeping things busy. Ta-ta.
Everyone knows I'm gonna be the first man down. All my friends are sick of having me around. Nobody wants to give a buddy one last break. Can't go on of taking all a man can take. Life is a curse, it only gets worse, and the world don't watch you drown. Maybe my mind will fail to ever find the point. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head on the riverbed. Looking back, I rejected every place I stayed. A woman says I'm lying in the bed I've made. She says warriors don't give up before the war begins. So I get high to justify the mess I'm in. People get mad and people get sad, but at least they have a cause. Struggle to feel emotion I can really trust. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head on the riverbed. going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head on the riverbed.
Nice one, Zane. Good news, my friend. Nice one, Steve. It was certainly the former, with no competition. Nice one, Vincent. Oh, very kind. Very kind. But you already did. But appreciate cuckoo, of course. Right. Stop that. Right. Now I'm in a bit of a problem now. Remember I told you that when me and the missus went up to the festival on the riverside and there was a woman with the scales and I decided to market her scales and she ended up with a queue there. Well, I was 9 kilos over my normal weight, right? And she was 6 kilos over her normal weight. She's been going to the gym, doing yoga one day, gym circuits the next day. And she's kept it up every day for like 3 weeks. And she's lost 3 kilos. I have lost none. I've never been this big in my entire life. I can't fit into my only suit I've got out here. Well, I've got 2, but one of them needs relining because I put my arms in it and I ripped the lining out. Now, what am I going to do? Am I going to have a prawn fried rice, a burger? I'm just going to eat something